All right, guys. All right. Well, I got another part to the SHTF Start Now series. Okay, and this one's going to be about fruit trees and citrus trees and your berry bushes. And so I highly recommend your fruit trees and citrus trees if you can grow them, and your berry bushes. And now that's something that probably you should get started before you do anything. Actually, get your trees planted in the ground, because man, it takes several years to really get them established. Now you can get a little light harvest of food, the first 2 years, but it takes a good 2 to 3 years plus to get your trees really going, where you can get a really good harvest of fruit off your trees, okay, and off your berry bushes. So so find out what grows well in your area and buy those trees. Be careful where you buy your trees and your bushes from, okay? Like right here locally at our Home Depot and our Tractor Supply, they sell trees that doesn't fruit here. And I know they don't know what they're doing. They're looking at their overall sales, I guess, and majority of the trees, fruit trees and all, are more up north that they sell than down here. And so they just buy them, the ones that they sell the most of, and they distribute them to all the stores. Well, you got to look at the chill hours, and let me speak to you about chill hours if you don't know about it. You got to look at the chill hours. There's a certain amount of chill hours that a tree needs to bear fruit. Okay, and that's chill hours is the temperatures in between freezing and 40 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that equals out Celsius, but 0 to 40 degrees. And you got to have a certain amount of that to happen before your trees can even put out fruit, okay? So like down here where I'm at, we get about anywhere from 350 to 450 chill hours, okay? So if I have an apple tree, like for instance, here's an apple tree right here, and I'll get you to look at this. Okay, so this is a Ian Shamir. It's a dwarfed Ian Shamir. Now I don't know if you can read that down here, but it says, let's see if I can get in on it. It says that it needs 200 to 400 chill hours. So that falls in the range for us here. You understand? So now if it's at 800 chill hours, I would never get apples here, because now here's an Anna, dwarfed, and look, 200 chill hours. You see that? 200 chill hours. So that's what you need to see and look for on your fruit trees when you're buying them. Make sure it's in that range where you are. Now if you don't know what they are, you Google it. You can find out. It's really easy to Google your zone, whatever zone you're in, and find out how many chill hours you have in your zone, and they'll tell you the average chill. Now that can vary. You can have an extra cold winter, or not so much of a cold winter. So you got to put all that into play when you're buying your fruit trees, so you can kind of maybe find a good range that you want to purchase that might do good, even if you didn't get as much chill hours as normal. Okay, all right, so keep that in mind. The same thing with your berry bushes. They're going to have a chill hour with it, so you need to find all that out when you're buying your bushes. Okay, now on my little bitty property here, I have 27 fruit trees, fruit and citrus, total 27, and I got a total of like I think 18 berry bushes. Okay, this is on my little bitty property, and of course I grow stuff a lot in pots. Okay, for instance, this is a native navel orange, red navel orange tree, and this is the second year. So and then it went. We had fruit on it, got knocked off from the hurricane last year, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 9 on the tree this year. Okay, that's the red navel. Now this is its first year. This is a regular Louisiana apple. I mean orange. 1, 2, 3, and we just have 3. That's for its first year. It's going to be able to handle that weight, I believe. 1, 2, 3. I got 4. Now see how this is pulling down? This is why they tell you, you know, you shouldn't. You got to take your fruit off right here. But I'm going to tie this baby up. I'm probably going to tie it back to the swing right there, just to keep the weight off of it so it don't break, so it can handle the fruit. This right here is a red grapefruit. See them right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've only got 7, which I had a lot more, but that's all that stuck onto the tree. 7, 8. There's 8 of them on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 of them. This is a Satsuma. So I'm growing it in containers, you guys. I do a lot in containers, and I do have some trees in the ground. This is a Satsuma. It's got quite a few on it. This is a pink lemon, which doesn't have any fruit on it right now. It's got a bud right here, and it'll probably start budding soon. It kind of does it late in the season. Of course, then I have fig trees. This is a tiger fig, very good tasting fig. This is a LSU purple, LSU gold, and this is a black Italian fig, and I have a Celeste out in the front. Now, you know, the numbers I told you just now, wasn't even including all that in there, okay? I'm just including what I got planted. These are kind of recent. My numbers that I had is from before I had these. But that tiger fig, I reproduced it. I got 3 plants here. This is some of the best tasting figs ever. And this is starting to put out some figs. So I'm not selling those. I'm going to be keeping them. I got one I'm selling to a friend of mine. The rest I'm keeping just because I find that the taste of the berry is the best I've ever tasted so far, and all the ones that I've been selling. Now I know there's plenty of different varieties of figs, but so I have fig trees, I have banana trees, and I get off of the big tall banana trees that they grow about 15-20 feet tall. I get about 300 bananas a year. But then I started this dwarf variety, which I'm reproducing them and I sell them, and they're starting to do pretty good. And I got one. So I'm growing them in pots, so I'm trying to see if they will grow big enough in a pot. But this is, look at that, it's almost to its height. And a banana tree, when it gets to its full height, you guys, it puts out a flower and starts putting out bananas. This thing's getting close to its height. Look at the size of that. Huge leaves, big old leaves. It's growing really well right there. It's getting a lot of sun. And I got 2 in the front that's not doing this good because they're getting blocked off from the sun. And I'm thinking about moving them over here and getting them planted over here so I can get some more of these dwarf Cavendish bananas. And so anyway, but on my property I got in the ground, I got some plum trees. I got a plum tree right there in the ground. This one's in the ground. My peach tree actually didn't make it this year. It's dying. So I'm gonna be digging that up and replanting either another peach tree or something else, whatever. This right here is my clementine mandarins. Look how pretty that is. Beautiful little tree. Let me go back this way. I have another navel orange back here. It's got oranges on it. It doesn't get oranges every year, but it's full of oranges this year. I have another plum tree in the ground right here. It's a young one. And that's all I have in the ground in the back. But everything else is in pots. I have a lemon tree here, guava tree, which I made this off of this guava tree. This guava tree I bought, and I made about 5 other trees off of it and sold 4 of them and got my money back. This is a lime tree, and I remember seeing some lime somewhere on it. I don't know where they're at. Oh, here we go. There's one lime, 2 limes right there. I don't know if you're catching it on the film. Yeah, okay. There's 2 limes there. That's all it has this year. But a lot of new growth on it. It's growing. I think we'll do great for next year. I got 2 apple trees that's in the pots, and I had my first apples this year, but something got in them and messed up the fruit. So next year when I get apples, I'm gonna find something that I can an organic spray that I can keep on it to keep the bugs off of it. Also back here where I have my 2 plums is I have blackberries, and they got tore up this year. This usually is full. Not now. It would be the harvest would be over with, but during the harvest this is usually full, and I didn't get that much this year. We really got destroyed. This side probably ain't gonna make it too good. This side's coming back, so I got some more plants. I might plant them in the ground. Here's a kumquat tree. It's got a bunch of fruit on it and a bunch of flowers. It's fixing to do really well for me. Look, I'm so into the trees, you guys, that I even sell them for a living. So I really highly recommend trees and berry bushes. Across the front of my house here, I got 5 blueberry bushes. Still got a few berries left for the year. We done harvested quite a few. But everything's young, you guys. See, there's another Cavendish tree that should be bigger than that, but this elderberry really grew, and it's blocking the sun, and it's not getting as much sun. That's one of the problems that's going on. But here's a kumquat tree, sweet kumquats here. It's loaded with kumquats. Loaded with kumquats. I got a mulberry tree back here. I'm growing some sugar cane, pomegranate, and I got other things growing up in here. I got to get in here and weed and clean. I'm growing comfrey, and with the comfrey, that's basically not a tree or a berry bush, but I just saw it, so I had mentioned it. I've grown it. But man, and then I have a raspberry that is not in the ground yet. I'm trying to figure out the placement for it. But if I get rid of this peach tree, I'm going to have space here to do some stuff. And I'm also going to be wanting to put some more banana trees back here. And here's my raspberry right here taken off. I had 2 of them. One of them didn't make it. I got them from Tractor Supply, and this one's making it. But it's time to get it in the ground and get it so it can grow good, you know. So that's what I highly recommend, guys. I recommend you start planting trees and berry bushes and get them in now. Buy them now. Look, they're going to be going up even more every year. They're going up. Buy your trees, buy your bushes, get it over with. Buy what you like, and you know, you got to, like, you can do blueberries. You got to have a minimum of 2 blueberries because they cross pollinate. You got to do some research, find out which 2 go together good, you know, because there's a science to all of that. And they got certain ones that you got to put together, and they help pollinate each other very well, where you get a maximum production. So do your research on your trees and your bushes before you buy them now, okay? There's a lot of information online you can go for your area. You find out about your zone. Look on your zone. Look up about the chill hours and find out pollination, if they sell fertile or not, and if it needs a pollinator to go with it, which one's the best one to go with it. You can get all that information online, you guys. Look it up. But I recommend you get some going, because look, that's something that all you got to do is twice a year hit it with some fertilizer, and that's it. You leave it alone. You can water it from time to time, but if you got your regular amount of rain that you get every year, you ain't got to even water it. There's water in the ground, you know, and so your trees are actually, they get established and they grow, and then in a couple of years you're going to be getting mega fruit off of them. And you're not even doing all the work that you do to it like you do with a garden. Growing vegetables, all the work that goes in it, there's a lot of work involved. Trees and your bushes, not that much involved, and you get fruit every year. That's what's good about it, okay? And you just got to fertilize them once in the spring and once in the fall, and hit it with some fertilizer, and that's basically it for your fruit. Then you can learn things like, and you can go on some of my videos, and you can go on YouTube about air layering, where you can, if you want another one of those trees, how you can take a branch and cause it to root, and you can get more trees for free off of the tree that you have already. You can, instead of pruning the branch off, you can make a tree out of a branch. And that's what I've done with the figs. I've done it with a peach tree, pear tree. Yeah, the pear tree. I've done it with the plum tree, pomegranate. I can't remember what else. And I've had some failures at it, but I just keep trying it, and I get some that work. I got 2 trees in here. Here's a pear tree, a pineapple pear, that I did a branch, and it's doing great. There's a loquat, but when I did it, it didn't have that much root on it. So I'm hoping that the roots are growing. It's just now starting to kind of wilt. It did good for a couple of weeks, for a month. It was looking fine. And I've been watering it. So it's to that point right now, I think it's either going to make it or not. So it's a good chance it can. If you buy pineapples, you guys, you can cut the green off and grow it. It takes a while. That's 2 years, but I got my first pineapple. And I'm going to start trying to get more of these going. Just for fun, really. I know it takes a long time to grow pineapples. But I think once you get it going, it should put out one every year. My vanilla bean orchid is growing good, and no flowers yet, but they grow for a couple years before, boom, you get orchids. You know what I mean? And where you can get the flower and get the bean off of it. So. Flowers, trees and bushes. I really encourage that you get some fruit trees or citrus trees if you can grow them. And if you're too far north, you can't grow citrus. If you get you some kind of high tunnel or greenhouse, you can grow them in there. They will grow. You can keep it hot enough in there, it will do it. So. That's what I highly recommend, you guys, that you get trees, fruit trees, citrus trees, and berry bushes. It's a must. It's something that you should have growing on your property, instead of having all these other ornamental type of trees that all they do is give you shade, and that's it. You can get shade from your fruit trees, but you can also get food off of it that will supply food for your family. Okay? So. Okay, guys, that would sum it up for this one, for number 4, as look, put it in your brain as it's a must-have. You must have fruit and citrus trees, and you must have berry bushes. Okay, now, as far as berry bushes, I have on my little property, I have elderberry, huckleberries, blueberries. Okay, blackberries, strawberries. I got the raspberry, and I have one more. Let me go through them again. Let me think in the front. Okay, I got the blueberries. I got the elderberry, the huckleberry, the mulberry, that's the one I was forgetting, the mulberry. Okay. And then when I come around here, I have my blackberries. So I'm up to 5. My strawberries, that's 6. I got the goji berries, 7, and the raspberries, 8. I got 8 berries on my property. The raspberry's not planted yet, but I got 7 that I've been growing. I just got the 8th one, which is a raspberry. So that gives me 8 berries on my property, okay? And 27 trees. Actually, I have more than that. I'd have to really get an update on my trees. Got 1, 2. So I have a clementine mandarin. I have a Florida King peach, which is I'm going to be replacing it. I got a Myers lemon, so that's 3. Bananas, 4. I got plum trees, 2 different varieties here, 4, 5, 6. I got a kumquat. That's a sour kumquat, tart kumquat. So that's 7. I have the elderberry tree. I'm not even going to count that because that's more of the berry. So I got a sweet kumquat, that's 8. I got a loquat right here, that's 9. I got a pomegranate right there, that's 10. Okay, I'm not even going to count the mulberry. That's going to be counted as in the berries, even though it's a tree. So how many that gave me? I forgot. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 9, and I got two bananas in the front. I'm not even counting it because those are Cavendish. I already have 1 already here. I'm not even going to double count them. I'm double counting the plums because I got 2 different ones. That's 9, and then I got the 1 plum, another different plum back here in the ground. That's 10. So I have 10 in the ground, and then I have this. I got 10. I got 11 in the ground. I got another citrus back there. So I got 11 trees that's in the ground on my property. Actually more, but then I have a navel, an orange, a grapefruit, and satsuma. So that's 4 here. So it's 11 and 4. That's 15. I got 2 different apples, 15, 16, 17. Then I have the lime, 18, guava, 19. The olive tree is 20. The pink lemons, 21. This one is 22. The lemon. That I have back here. So I'm only going to count 1 pawpaw, 23, apricot, 24, nectarine, 25. Now I have 25, and if I count all the ones I have, it would be 26, 27, 28. 29, 30. 31. That would be 31 trees if I count all the trees. Actually, 31, 32, 33. Actually, 33 trees altogether. Okay, if I double, the doubles. But without doubling, we had what, 20? When I had 25, something like that. So anyway, that's just a ridiculous amount of trees to have on a city-sized property. This is crazy. But this is what I got going, plus all the vegetation of growing animals I have, and everything else I'm doing here. So anyway, all right, guys, I just want to kind of give you that on this SHTF's Start Now series. Grow yourself some fruit / citrus trees and berry bushes. All right, you guys be blessed. See you on the next video. Bye.